Hi guys, welcome back. It's been about a week since my last update, and as you can see, I've done the painting of the first base coat, which is the orange, and I've also done the underneath in the light olive green, and you can see there I've done a bit of construction as well, put those things on whatever they are. And you can also make out, that cardboard piece there that I put in. The barcode's disappeared. I've actually done it all in the olive green, as you can see. Pretty much went down first time on the olive green. On the yellow itself, that took about 2, maybe 3 coats to get it just right, and you can just make out the first coat of the camo. The sunshine is bringing it up quite slightly. You could probably just make it out. What I've done is I've used this pencil and gone round for the camo, and then I've painted over the pencil and gone round, as you can see. Now basically what I'm doing, for the one side I'm doing that, and then for the other side I'm going to do that. It's a bit of a mix up. Like I said, I wanted to have its own bit of personality. Now the one thing I didn't spot, let me just turn this over, as you can see I haven't started on the camo on that side yet. You can just see there, remember when I painted both sides by accident, and on the one side I had to put the that black markings for the handle? What I didn't realise is, where is it? There, you can see it's messed the outline there, that had to be painted in the yellow. It doesn't say in the instructions, it just says to paint one side gold grey, and doesn't say what the other side should be, because you've got 2 options. You can leave it open or you can glue it down, which I've done. I don't know where the instructions said. There you can see you can put the arms in, and it says to paint that one side in grey, but it doesn't say to paint the other side. So as you can see, I've put the masking tape on, and I've painted that on. I might need another coat yet, we'll see how it dries, but you can just make out there where I've done with a pencil, because I was doing the other side and I thought, well hold on, if I'm going to do that there, how am I going to get the camo pattern over the door? And that's when I realised that had to be painted. And like I said, you can see some of the pencil where I started. Also, let me just see if I can stand this on its end. You can also see now that I've glued in the canopy. I'll just turn it to one side a minute. Now, the canopy went on pretty easy with the normal model glue, but there it wouldn't glue right down, so I've used some super glue. You can see there's a bit of a seam. I'm hoping, to be honest, I'm not really bothered about that seam, to be honest. I don't know whether to fill it in with some modelling clay and then paint over it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I've also gone ahead and topped those bits up, those little link arms thing, the little link arms underneath. That one's come off slightly, I'm going to sprinkle that into place, but the link arms I didn't paint at the time, so I've gone all round with a paint just to even that out. I've also put these engine covers, well, intake covers in. I glued them together, then painted them, sealed them on the inside so the paint wouldn't run, and then glued that into place. Now, I've painted that as well. I'm thinking about painting that in silver, I don't know yet. I've also, I'll just turn this round again, I've also painted that little, could be classed as an intake, I don't know. I've also, intake cover, I've also painted that in silver. Now going away from the main body now, I've done the 2 wings. As you can see, I've painted them in the silver, and then you can see the gun channels. There's a better view. Basically what I did is I painted these black in first to get right inside the channels, and then I went round very intricately, like on the Airwolf. Do you remember the barrel channels? I did the same on that one, but he went round it very intricately to give it a nice, to, you know, look like it as there is holes there, which there is holes, but it shows up more prominently. I've also done that for that one as well, as you can see. I've also painted the wings on it, wings in the yellow, because underneath, according to the instructions, they should be painted in the olive green. I'm not going to do that. I might I've obviously got to paint the camo, draw the camo pattern on as well. Now I've also, as you can see there, I've also glued on the rocket racks. There's the two rockets there, as you can see. Those are that's all painted in the dark grey, as you can see. Now there are two options with these. You can either do the rocket racks, or you can do those things there. I don't know what they represent. It just says there's two options. There's two little holes there, very very tiny and very very difficult to get into the holes and glue down, because I tried to glue them down and the one went that way, the other one went that way, so I had to use a drop of super glue, but I didn't realise there was optional, so I've actually wasted a bit of time on there. But that's what you can do. You can either do those or the rocket racks. Now you can see that there's a little tab on there. Let me just see if I can slot that in. There we go. That's how it sits, like that. Now my only trouble is, I don't know if I can demonstrate this, is when that sits in there like that. Let me just there we go. You can see it doesn't look straight. Now I'm not really bothered about that, to be honest. They will be slightly on the piss, but once they're glued in, hopefully they'll straighten up. And like I said, they will be on the piss, but I don't care. So as long as they're going and glues in nice, that'll be fine by me. But that's pretty much where we're sitting, guys. Stay tuned. Hi guys, right, as you can see, I'll just turn that over, you can see all the camo that I've done on there, but I've hit a slight hitch, because as you can see I've done all the camo on top of the yellow, but it's actually come out like a pinky brown. I wanted it fully brown, that's why I used my ochre, which would be that one. Now it is a light brown. On my Titanic model it is quite dark, but on here it's gone really light and pink, pinky brown. So what I've done, as you can see, I'll just put that on there like that, you can see the difference. I've used that brown, it looks like a reddy brown on the camera, but it's given me a nice darker brown compared to that brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that brown to cover up where I've done the camo on here. I mean, I'm pleased with how the camo's turned out for the shape wise, but not the colour wise, so stay with me. Hi guys, welcome back. Now as you can see, I've decided to go all over, repaint over the camo pattern with that same brown, the dark brown, all over. Just turn this round. Same goes to that side as well. Now in bits and parts, I've had to touch up around the edges with the sandy yellow as I went overboard a little bit, so I just rounded those off. I also glued in that the second door, because if you remember off the previous video that was open. Now you've got one door, top part and the bottom part. Just get the plans. Because as you can see, much like that there, you got two options. You can do what I've done and have it closed, or you can put that secondary arm in and have it opened up like so, as you can see. But again, I've done it for flight mode, so it's closed like that. So basically what I did is I glued that part in. Now the bottom part wouldn't glue in real easy, so what I had to do is when I put the window part on the other side from behind, I just shaved off the bottom because it was overlapping a touch, and I also shaved off a bit from the front part, and then that bottom piece went in real easy after that. And then I got my clamps from both sides and held it into place, and it's gone real flush. I must admit, not too bad. Another thing you'll notice as well, let me just turn that around again. I've glued the wings in now. I used super glue. Now for the wings, there was a tab that went in there, like a rectangular tab that goes in the hole that was in there. I put a bit of glue on the tab, and then I put most of the glue on the fascia, which that glues onto. Dried quite nicely indeed, I must admit. The only problem is, it left a bit of a gap. So I put some modelling putty there. Put some modelling putty there. Put some model putty on that side and some modelling putty on that side to fill the gap. Well, there she is, guys. She's almost done. Not far away from decals now. Thank you very much.